here in Malvern, Arkansas, approaching the Reynolds aluminum plant. I can see there's at least 3 trucks in line over here. One of them is empty, so he's here to pick up. There's another truck with ingots. He passed me a few miles back. I just can't go as fast as him. And then there's a canopy truck up in the front. Can't tell if he's delivering or picking up. So here's the waiting line. I'll check in on the CB and see what they want me to do. More later. All right, guys, so I've made it back here into the back side of the property where they unload a lot of these ingots. Hope I'm in the right place anyway. And so here's the load, just showing you a quick look at it again. When I've hauled these in the past, maybe a couple of times, I've always cross-chained. He's got these chains crossed, but just over the top. I would have crossed them over the front and then probably put a strap on the back side. Same thing in the back. I would have crossed these chains. I mean, he's got them going over the top cross, but I would have crossed them diagonally over the back and then put a strap over right here. So that's just the way I've done it in the past. All right, I got a lot of stuff to get off here, so let me get to work. Well, guys, I just left the Reynolds plant there in Malvern, Arkansas, and they've deadheaded me to Fort Smith, which is about 3.5-hour drive from here. I'll be going the rural way because it's less miles than going the freeway. And I'm sorry I didn't get any footage of that unload, but there was like 3 or 4 of us trucks waiting in line. So the guy, you know, it's a pretty quick unload once you get all your straps and chains off. So, you know, the guy was having us get unstrapped, unchained, move, pull forward. You know, pretty quick unload. I didn't have any time to get the camera going. Oh, but you know, weird thing is, back there in the shipping office where you check in for receiving, I should say the receiving office, I recognized a guy that used to work over at Prime Line, which is another shipper here in Malvern, just a few miles away, that I've been to many times. It's been a few months since I've last been there, but I recognized him from working over there. He said that they had some sort of corporate restructuring over there, and his job got gone and he had to find another place to work. So he's over at the Reynolds plant in the receiving office. So at least he was able to find something nearby. I mean, really, there's probably only 7 or 8 miles between the two. So anyway, I'll see you in Fort Smith. Okay, everybody, so I'm arriving in Fort Smith once again, second time this week, except I'm coming in from the opposite direction that I normally come in from, because I drove here today from Malvern, Arkansas, through the rural Ouachita Mountains. Kind of through the, you know, the northwest or western part of the state. Anyway, they've already sent me a pre-plan. I'll be picking up a load that goes to International Crankshaft, one of our very regular customers. If you drive for Maverick, you will be going there. It's in Georgetown, Kentucky. I've filmed from there before. I've been there many times. Alright, so this looks different because, like I said, we're coming in from the south, not the north. But here's Planters Road. We're going to make a right turn. We got all these people here coming out of the plant. So I will try to turn in. There's really not enough room with all those cars there. All these shift workers hitting the road. You got big trucks blocking the road. Everybody wants to get out of here. So it's like 3:40 p.m. I've got about an hour and a half left on my clock for today, and about 8.5 hours left on my 70-hour clock for the week. So what I'll do is get in here, get loaded, spend the night here, get up early in the morning and get home. And then I'll have to leave out Sunday morning, because I think, if I remember right, listening to my work instructions, my delivery appointment is Monday at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. But I haven't read the work order, I've only listened to it. And if you end up driving for Maverick and you listen to the computerized voice messaging, it's quite difficult sometimes to understand what that computer lady is saying. Okay, so here we go, turning into the Maverick Fort Smith yard once again. Got a couple of preloads out here. Oh, I see a few loaded trucks and a few empty trucks. So, I'm gonna scoot right in here for now, if I can. And I will arrive myself. And see how soon we can get loaded. Okay, everybody. Been here about an hour. There's lots of trucks waiting now too. A lot of empty trucks have come in. But I was number 4 when I first signed on, and it took about an hour to get to, they just called me. So I guess the messaging system is not working properly again. I got a notification saying I was, you know, I moved up to number 2 in line, and then nothing. So the guy finally called me and told me to go to light pole C. I've got about 34 minutes left on my work clock, which will be all right. All I have to do when I get loaded is drive around to the other side of the building, park, get it secured, tarped, and then I'll be staying here overnight anyway. I've already sent my wife a message that I'll be home in the morning, but I gotta leave out early Sunday. So, same as last weekend. So here we go. Second time this week getting a load out of Fort Smith. I mean, gosh, it was just yesterday, I guess, that I was here getting a load. That's weird. That's kind of odd to get a load here one day and then a load here the next day. But remember, I took the load yesterday. I took it to Memphis this morning, West Memphis rather, and swapped it out with another Maverick driver. So there you go. Working out well. This time yesterday I was kind of all messed up because I was thinking I wouldn't be able to get home. You know, they'd given me that load going to Columbus, Ohio for tomorrow delivery. But the fleet manager, Paul, worked it out, found me a swap, and all is well. All right, guys, I'll show you some more if I can here in a minute. Okay, guys, so he came by and stuck the paperwork in the box there and told me, I hadn't even looked at the paperwork, but he told me I needed 4 boards on the trailer and his 20-foot product. So let me see how many bundles I'm getting. Hold on a minute. Wow, just 4 bundles. But it will have vertical wood blocking in between because this place unloads indoors with an overhead crane. In fact, you have to get up on the trailer and help. So, all right, if I'm getting 20-foot product, we want to have 2-foot overhang in the back and the front. So that's 4 feet minus 20 feet is 16 feet. Divide that by 2 and you get 8. So let's go 2, 4, 6, 8. That's where our front board is. Same in the back. This is the middle. 2, 4, 6, 8. All right. So we've got our boards placed properly. And I've already got 2 green canvas tarps up here and 1 of my 4-foot drop tarps. Because I'll be able to cover this with 1 tarp. Woo! And you know, when I did that load swap this morning with Derek, I failed to get my coil pads back off of that load. Totally forgot about it. So when I was getting my equipment out, I realized I didn't have enough coil pads. I only had 3. So I had to go over and they signed me out 5 more. And then tomorrow morning when I'm at the Maverick North Little Rock yard, I'll restock, because I need to go through the boxes here and check all the 4-foot timbers and friction mats and all of that, make sure it's good. I haven't even really looked at all that. I just took Derek's word for it when we were swapping today. So seeing as how it was so late in the week and I knew I'd be going by North Little Rock anyway, so so we're getting 4 bundles and they'll have wood blocking. Here comes my loader. Let me get back to you. All right, so he came by, the loader came by and got the paperwork out of the box, made sure my boards were cool. And on this trailer, this stake pocket right here to the front of the light is actually the center of the trailer. So they're not all the same, you know, you just have to look. You know, we got lots of different types of trailers, different year models and brands. So you just have to, the best thing to do is start at the front or back and count 24 feet out so you find the middle. So, all right, he's probably a few minutes from bringing my stuff back, so I'll show you some more in a minute. Well, it's a busy afternoon again here at the Maverick North Little Rock, Fort Smith Maverick yard. My loader, I didn't recognize him. I asked him if he was new and he said he'd been here about 5 months, but I don't think he's ever loaded me. But he was looking around on this stuff here. He said 2 of my bundles are up here on this trailer, but he had to go find the other 2. Had to make it hard for him, of course. So there's a truck in every loading zone except this one right behind me. And I bet you somebody will be pulling up there any minute now. So I've got my belly, my straps, you know, one in the front and the back laid out. And as soon as he gets them on, I'll throw them over, tighten them down, and then move across to the other side and get 4 chains put on. All right, I'll show you some more in a minute. All right, folks, so I think he is grabbing some of my product from right here. He's been looking around for about 15 minutes. Maybe, looks like he's getting 3 bundles off of there. I hope the 4th one is on there, make it easy. That's a pretty thick bar. Remember, this stuff is going to International Crankshaft, and I suppose they make crankshafts there for the automotive industry. Okay, so it looks like he's gonna stage them over here, because you know he's still got to put wood blocks in between these for this particular customer. Giving you a look at it. So we put 1 bundle down. I guess it's having to sort through these. Get the right ones. Alright, more later. Alright folks, he's finally back with 3 bundles. 3 of my 4 bundles of bar. And he's got some wood blocks in there. All right, so that'll be my middle. The wood blocks. Take the front that way a little. Back that way a little. The front. Okay. Now bring the whole thing this way just a little. Okay, okay. That should be pretty good. So are we only gonna have the blocks in the middle? Oh, cool. So they can lift 2 bundles at a time. That's cool. All right, that's pretty good. And then he's got 1 more to shove right in there and we'll be good. So I'm here with Jacob. He's back here waiting to get loaded. Now Jacob, you were telling me you've been out here about a year.
Yeah, it's been almost a year, probably about 11 months now.
All right, about to complete your 1st year. And you said you lived up in Jonesboro, Arkansas?
Yeah, I live in Jonesboro. So far they've gotten me home every weekend.
Every weekend?
So yeah, I'm liking it pretty good.
That's good. You know, I was talking to some guy a few days ago about, because I posted a video recently reviewing my last year income, and he found it kind of hard to believe that I made what I did and got home every weekend. I mean, I didn't get home every weekend. I got held out 1 weekend last year. So that's pretty good.
So far, this has been the best paying job I've had. They just upped it to $50 tarp pay, so.
Right, right. Yeah, we got nice raises last year, and
they did raises across the board too, right?
Yeah, we got basically a nickel a mile, and then the tarp pay went up. Guaranteed weekly minimum pay went up, but that hardly ever comes into play for me anyway. So where'd you say your load was going to?
This one's going to Jackson, Michigan.
Jackson, Michigan.
Monday.
And you were telling me, because I used to go to Jackson quite a bit, man. Last spring and summer, there was a stretch there where I went to Jackson every week for like 2 months. And I liked that trip. But you were telling me that the last time you were up there, they had changed their hours. They're only working up till like 11 p.m. or something?
I believe so. Used to it was 24 hours. You could get there at 2 o'clock in the morning and drop off. But now you can either drop off as early as 5 o'clock in the morning or as late as 11 o'clock at night. And
you said that they don't do overnight parking anymore.
Yeah, they stopped their overnight parking.
That's a bummer, because they had plenty of room. All right, here's my number 4 bundle. I don't really have to do anything with this. He just got to butt it up against the rest of them. This is some pretty thick bar. You said your bar you're getting is like 30 foot long? 31?
32 feet long.
32 feet long, so you'll have to use 2 tarps.
Now mine don't have to be tarp.
Oh,
Mine's
really?
No tarp load.
Oh, sweet. Who is this? Alright. That looks pretty good. Oh, that was not touching anymore. That's good. I'm giving him a thumbs up. Okay. Well, I guess I'll get to work now, Jacob. It's good talking to you.
Good talking to you as well.
Have a safe trip to Michigan.
I'll try to.
Hopefully no ice.
We'll see.
All right, later.